What's up, guys? This week, lemon cracker pie. So lemon cracker pie. If you've ever had lemon meringue pie, this is kind of the same thing. However, it does not use a graham cracker crust. It uses saltine crackers to make the crust. So it kind of gives us a salty, sweet, sour element that people love. I love lemon meringue pie, but this one's, it's even better than lemon meringue. So why is it different than lemon meringue pie? This one has whipped cream topping, and it also has a crust made out of saltine crackers. Traditionally, lemon meringue pie is either like a traditional crust or it's a graham cracker crust. This is made out of saltine crackers, which sounds totally weird, but it's kind of sweet, kind of salty, and it plays in really well with the saltiness, the sweetness and the sourness of the filling. Then it's topped with that little bit of whipped cream. Yes, sir, indeed. Give it a try. Tell me what you think. Put your questions, comments down below. Welcome to my new members. I'm glad y'all are on board. See what you think of this recipe. You guys have a great week. All right, in the food processor, we're going to put 3 packs of crackers, saltine crackers. Now these are the individual packs, the fresh packs. I love them. But you're going to use 3 plus about 5 cooked crackers in there. And just toss them in. This is going to be our crust. It's not a traditional crust. It's kind of on the salty side, but it gives a great balance to the salty and the sweetness and the sourness of the lemons. So not many more, just enough. Now we want to pulse this. We don't want to pulverize it to a powder, but we do want to pulse it a few times to break it into large crumbs. There's still some larger crumbs in there. That's okay, but you still see where we're at. Into this, we are going to add 10 tablespoons of melted butter. Don't use margarine, use the real stuff. As Tammy says, splurge, but use real butter. It's worth the difference. And for our sweetener, we're going to put 1/4 of a cup of light corn syrup. And scrape that out. All right. Now we're going to pulse that again until it's, if you ever made graham cracker crust, that's the consistency you're looking for. That's what we're looking for. All right, ready to put this in a pie plate. All right, we have a 9.5 inch Pyrex pie plate, a glass or something with a flat bottom, and our cracker crumbs fresh out of the food processor. Can't talk today, guys. We're just going to dump that in, getting it all. Okay. Now what I do is I kind of level it out, and then I start in the middle, pressing it with the glass, pushing it up to the edge. Now so I can just show you what I'm going to do here. We're going to push it all the way up to the edge. Actually may switch to this. Or may just use my fingers. Ever what works best for you? Wait, hold tight, I'm getting a phone call. Hey, let me call you back. It's really sticky. It's got the corn syrup in there, and that makes it really sticky. Sometimes a glass will work, but sometimes it doesn't. But we're gonna press this down, and the edges, we're gonna press that together too. Just like that. Yeah, it works better today. I guess it has to do with the humidity in the air. I don't know. Some days it works better with the cup, and some days it doesn't. So this is gonna high right there. Press it down. This is gonna go into a 350-degree oven. And we're gonna bake it about 17 to 19 minutes. We just wanna get a nice golden brown. While the pie is cooking in the oven, we're going to make our filling. We're going to put in our mixer. Actually, let's move that to the side. In our bowl, we're going to put in 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Make sure you don't get the low fat. It's a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. And scrape out all of that goodness. Sweetened condensed milk for me is right up there with peanut butter is great foods. I could sit there and eat this whole can. Probably be sick as a dog, but I would enjoy the path to sickness. All right, so there's your can, sweetened condensed milk. We're gonna put in 4 egg yolks. One of them popped. We're gonna put in 1/4 cup of cream. This is heavy whipping cream. We're going to put about a tablespoon of lemon zest. It's about 2 small to medium lemons. And we're going to put in 1/2 cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice. I lost a seed in here, so I'm going to pour it in slow. And there's the seed. All right. Put this in the mixer. And we want to just beat it slow till it's combined. We want this just mixed, basically. Once it's combined, it's good. Also throw in a dash of salt, about 1/8 teaspoon of salt. We want to get a little bit of salt in there to bring out that flavor. Right, that's good to go. All right, our pie shell is out of the oven. We're going to take our filling mix that's been mixed well and just pour that in. You don't want to overtop your crust. I don't think we're good. Now you could add a drop or 2 of yellow food coloring to this if you want it more yellow. I like the pale like that. This is going to go back in the oven. And we're going to bake it about 17 minutes until it's set and jiggly. All right, the time is up. And if you'll look, it's a little jiggly, but it's set. You can see it's moving around a little bit, but it is set. The eggs are cooked. And we're going to let that cool. So we want to let that cool completely. So we're going to leave it on the counter, cool completely. Then we're going to put it in the refrigerator for about 3 or 4 hours. We want it to be cold when we put our whipped topping on it. So in the refrigerator, let it cool on the counter, in the refrigerator for 3 or 4 hours. All right, we're gonna make the whipped topping now. To start this off, we're gonna put 1/2 cup of whipping cream, heavy cream. And we wanna have it super cold. You're gonna pour that in the mixer. To this, 2 tablespoons of white sugar. So it'll have a little bit of sweetness to it. And 1/2 teaspoon or so of vanilla. Not a lot. We just want to give it a hint of flavor. All right, and we're going to let that beat till it forms stiff peaks. And once you hit that spot where you get stiff peaks that poke out like that, stop. If you beat it anymore, you could lose it and it'll turn into butter. This is what we're looking for, just like that. All right, this will go on top of the pie. All right, this is the pie. It's completely cooled in the refrigerator. When I took it out of the oven, I made the mistake of putting plastic wrap over it, and it just sealed and touched the top, and it pulled the top of the pie off. But that's all right. So your crust is hard. We're gonna take this and just dollop it right in the center. So this is gonna cover up that bobo that I made with plastic wrap. We don't want a ton of this. It's not like meringue. All right. What I'm gonna do with real easily, just push it out almost to the edge. I really don't want it to go to the edge. I like a little bit of the lemon to show. All right. I'll make little scoopy marks. That'll work. Just like that. And that is our pie. All right, let's cut a piece. Now, I'm using a thin knife. I had this fillet knife, which probably works just fine. Put it all the way down. Cut it. The crust is nice and hard. Inevitably, I'm going to mess up the first piece. Maybe by some miracle, this will work perfectly. I always doubt it, though. Maybe so. I doubt it. Nah, it's gonna mess it up. But we can certainly taste it, though. Oh, maybe not. There it is. All right, time for the taste test. First of all, it's really pretty. Thin layer of lemon with the whipped topping on top. Crust is crummy and hard and delicious looking. So give it a taste. It's really tart with the lemon, but the cracker crust, it's not overly sweet, and it kind of balances out the sweetness of the lemon and the sourness. Really good combination, guys. It reminds me of a lemon meringue, but not nearly as sweet, although it is sweet. And the whipped topping on top is perfect. Meringue would be too much. That crust is awesome, guys. I'm not as big salty eater. I like sweets better. That's a really good balance of the two. Give it a try, guys. I think you'll like it. Make sure if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Like the video. If you have questions, comments, put them down below. I'd love to hear from you. You guys have a great week. Be safe out there, and we will see y'all next week.